So, Siren.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your character. What don't we know about him?
Oh, God. What don't we know about Xander?
He's a fisherman.
He is a fisherman. We know that.
Okay.
We know he's a fisherman. I think what we know less of is how he feels about being a fisherman. I think for him, it's an obligation. You know, it's his father's business, and you know, when you kind of feel that pressure from your parents to kind of follow in their footsteps, especially when it's like, you know, a small business and like everybody's like very proud of it, and he's got that very proud family. And I think that responsibility is something that he really resents. I think he's good at what he does just because he grew up on the boat.
Sure.
But I don't know if he finds like real joy in it in the first season. I feel like he's looking for a bit of a way out. And I think he's looking at his friends that he grew up. He's looking at Ben, and he's looking at Maddie, and he's looking at like all of his contemporaries, and just kind of seeing them kind of move and evolve and change and grow and go to college and do all this fancy stuff. And I feel like he has to be with his father, and I think that's a bit of like a resentment that he carries.
If Xander could do anything, like what would he want to do?
You know, I don't even think he knows.
Okay.
I don't even think he knows, and I think that's something that's super like I've been there, and I know plenty of people who've been there who's like, I hate what I'm doing, but what else would I do? Like where else would I go? Who else would I be? Like, you know, even though he wants to be free, I mean, I feel like if he gets out of it and he's just have like an embarrassment of riches, it'd be like just too many options.
Sure.
Because he hasn't like had the time to really kind of look inward and see what, you know, he wants for himself, and it's always been like being there and being supportive for his mother and for his father and for his friends, and he hasn't really like looked inward and been like, this is what I would love to do. And I think that's one of his greatest weaknesses, that his concerns often exist so far outside of himself.
How do you describe Xander to like other people? Like, if you were to use like, he's kind of like Marty McFly, only like character-wise.
I don't know if it would be like Marty McFly. Like I feel like because the guy is like, he's just a small town dude. Like he's just this. I feel like I've known guys like Xander, just like one of those, I see what's in front of me, steak and potatoes, just that salt of the earth like guy that likes to go to the bar after that long day of work and have a beer with his friends, and you know, get up and do it all over again the next day. And I mean, as far as like established characters that I really think he's like, I mean, I can't even really off the top of it think of it, just because that one thing that I do love about him that is a bit different, even though he's very, very much a dude and very much a bro, like in that sense, is I think he is not denying of his emotional self. Like I don't think he like pushes it aside and bottles it away. I think he still allows himself to have his emotional life.
Okay.
And for like male characters, especially like male characters that exist in such masculine roles, I don't think it's very often seen to let a character kind of like experience life in that way. A lot of times when you're talking about like those dudes and dude characters, and when they deal with things, it's always about bottling it up and repressing it. And I don't think he's a repressing kind of a character. Okay. Would you want to be friends with your character if you met him in real life? I actually would. I mean, we'd have a lot of shit to talk about. Like we'd have to like, you know, we'd probably have to like educate him a bit and just kind of just not educate like as in he was like, but just like as far as like how far he sees the world, because he just grew up in such a small, insulated place. And I feel like if he were to get out of it and to experience more of the world, he'd be much broader. But his life just hasn't really been able to afford him that kind of a freedom, even though he's on the ocean every day. So it's like such an ironic existence. But I think we totally get along. He's a good guy. At heart, he's like a very good, very loyal, very honest guy. And those are the kind of people you want, even if he has flaws.
Sure.
You know?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I
Great.
think so.